Hey everyone, going to do this quick little video here. Somebody had asked me about what products that I use to, buff out my models, and so I'll give you a quick rundown of them. Basically, when I've got it painted, cleared, and I'm ready to start the wet sanding and buffing process, the first thing that I use is, I showed this to you in a previous video. This is the 3000 grit sanding foam from 3M. I cut it down with this. That flattens it out pretty good. So that's the first thing that I use. And then I will move on to various grits of usually from about 4,000. We got a 4,000 there. We got a 6,000 there. There's an 8,000 and all the way up to 12,000. Now this kit here is from Alpha Abrasives. LMC also makes one of these kits, and I think there's a couple others out there. These are very handy to have. When you're using a 12,000, you'll think it's just a regular piece of paper because it feels like nothing, but it does work. I don't always go all the way up through these grits, but they are handy to have, so definitely if you're looking to turn out the shiny paint jobs, get some of this stuff and put it in your arsenal of tools, because it will come in handy. And once I get done with the sanding process, I can do this one of two ways. I use the Novus line of products. This one here is the heavy scratch remover, the number 3. This would be the next step in the process. This is the number 2 from Novus. And this is the last step in the process. This is the number 1. In the video I did on the Firebird, where I mentioned I put a pretty good coat of Novus number 1 over it and wiped it all down, this was the product that I used. So Novus is definitely a very good product and very handy to have. On this particular car, when I buffed it out, I used the Tamiya red compound, which is the coarse, and then I moved up to the blue compound, which is a medium. And then I moved to the, I call it white, but the label is actually like a grayish silver, but I call it a white. This is the fine finish, or actually a final finish. So that I used all 3 of these on the Firebird. And then when I'm up to that final finish with this one here on the Tamiya stuff, I will move on next to the Maguire's cleaner wax. And I bought this probably, I'd say probably 5 years ago. And this thing is still halfway full, so very handy product to have. And I also use the treatment model wax. Another very good product to have. Hard to find nowadays, but it is out there. Do a Google search and you can find it. And to apply those, I use a piece of old t-shirt. In fact, I used this one on the Firebird when I buffed it out. This is what I put the compounds on with. And I use these microfiber towels that you would use on like your eyeglasses to clean them. This is what I buff the materials off with. And when I do my final buffing, this is what I use. So hopefully that gives you a rundown on what I use to buff out my models. Any questions or concerns, just leave me a comment on the video. I'll be more than glad to get back to you. So I'm going to let you go on that. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll talk to you later.